They like new moon, need more bread, fill 2 rooms. No such thing as too soon. Same old shit, girl, who knew? Still hold it down with a screw loose. Yeah, I never hang around with a new troop. Ain't nothing about peace if I throw 2. You don't know how many faces that I go through, but shit, I'm finna show you. King time. Don't know about yours, but I need mine. Tend to go black, so you see like wasn't really much left, so it seemed right. Took the scene right. That moon gon' hit shit, put her in the trance. Where I step out of life, start looking like a dance. Rather do what I want, I've been doing what I can. There's a message in my walk, you will never understand. There's a reason why we ball, and they always in the stands. Better watch till you talk to a god with a plan. My goons gon' rock, yeah, we locked in the pen. Then whip it so hard, to switch my stance. Never thought I'd see nights like this. Block gotta shine with the hype I get. With the little joint, gotta ice my shit. When I walk with a lip, but never hide my stick like. And I feel how I talk, got a field when I walk, oh yeah. She gon' put her bitches on, they gon' play their favorite song. They like, new moon, need more bread, fill 2 rooms. No such thing as too soon. Same old shit, girl, who knew? Still hold it down with a screw loose. Yeah, I never hang around with a new troop. Ain't nothing about peace if I throw 2. You don't know how many faces that I go through. But shit, I'm finna show you off my shit. I just like to toe my grip. People go crazy when I talk my shit. I get wet when I do my shit. Yeah, frequency fuck with the lames. Niggas believe we the same. Put her all night to the day. Come through and fuck up your rain. Calling your bitch if I'm not on my back. Probably get pissed, but never outside. Know how you feeling your body. I know that you love when I'm calling you shawty. I put on performance, I'm calling out shawty. I frequent these waves, don't need you to guide me. I watch all the niggas perform origami, and none of them got enough paper to stop me. I'm like. And I feel how I talk, it's a field when I walk, oh yeah. She gon' put her bitches on, they gon' play the favorite song. And they like, new moon, need more bread, fill 2 rooms. No such thing as too soon. Same old shit, girl, who knew? Still hold it down with a screw loose. Yeah, I never hang around with a new troop. Ain't nothing about peace if I throw 2. You don't know how many faces that I showed you, the shit I'm finna go through. Yeah. Uptown in this bitch, yeah. Uptown in this bitch, uptown in this bitch, so yeah.
Yeah. Apollo Rome on the beat, that's a blessing. Yeah. Waking these niggas up out they sleep, I feel like a drill sergeant. Now I gotta work hard to get bigger checks cause the bill's larger. I met this bitch in 2012, I ain't hit but I still want her. I always imagine what we could've been to this day and it still haunt me. I swear, I can go anywhere and not see the same hoes. Had some underworld niggas and some squares vibing at the same show. When you get the plays coming by the pens, then you get insane though. It's hard to be emotionally available and still stay sane, bro.
Yo, what it do, man? We here for episode 82.
80 ball.
Boy, of the Unanimous Table Talk Podcast, man. We got the homie back in the building.
Yes, sir.
Been a hot little minute. My man been on a long vacation,
Hiatus,
boy.
man. Hiatus.
Man, they must pay well here, boy. Shit, you can take them type of off days.
Hey.
Them the type of benefits I need, my nigga. God damn.
Yeah, nah, man. Just, staying healthy, staying out the way, man, and spending some time with the family, man, developing the boys. And
Yeah, for sure,
coaching baseball
Very
right now,
important.
man. Shout out to Tony, my brother, man. He's the head coach. I'm the assistant coach at Clark Montessori High School.
Yes,
so,
sir. Yes, sir.
man, just, living a little bit, man.
Hell
And
yeah.
I
feel
appreciate
that.
you guys
I feel
holding it
that.
down, bro.
Oh, yeah. You already know, man. We
Yeah.
going to hold it down, doing everything, expanding, trying to, do the cool shit, too.
For sure.
But, yeah, man, we got a few things we going to talk about today. Not a whole lot, man. Couple big, really kind of big things happen, even today, and I was just like, yeah, we could talk about that for sure, because that's really unfortunate, man.
Say yesterday's news is not today's news,
Right,
man.
And we right on top of it, man. So, we gonna talk about a few things about that Will Smith shit that been kind of going on, and man, we kind of, I ain't gonna hold you, we kind of broke that before a lot of outlets. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, go look on that
On
reel
it.
on Instagram, boy. Hey,
On it.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yeah.
So, we're going to touch on that. We're going to touch on, unfortunately what happened with Dwayne Haskins. that shit was so random. Like, I picked up my phone and seen a whole bunch of shit about it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Quickly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Weird, man.
And then we gonna kind of talk about just opening day, I guess, man. It's a tradition here. So we talk
Open
about
the
it, pop
weekend.
about it.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm a let it shit be known. I got an idea too. It'll fuck the motherfuckers up.
Uh-oh.
Boy. Hey.
Uh-oh.
So let's just get into it, man. Let's talk about this Will Smith shit, bro. Hey, look, Will could do whatever he had to do. Chris Rock, he had to do whatever he had to do. The Oscars said, you can't be here for another 10 years.
10 years.
How old is Will Smith? I'm not saying he gonna die in 10 years and no crazy shit like that, but
I
how
think
old will
he's
he be the
right
next
around
time?
50.
50, so he'll be
So
60
almost
something.
60, yeah.
I mean, and that's crazy because he might come back because and I would want to listen to that speech. Like, if he comes back and wins something, that'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just that 10 years worth of more wisdom that he has on his mind. And
Sure.
I want to hear where he's been at. But, man, that's a lot of shit that's been kind of.
So when he's not allowed to come back for 10 years, does that mean, like, he can't even be nominated or even win an award? Because he's going to do some movies in 10 years, right? Like, is he not
maybe.
even able to come or be nominated? Like, or is he just not
That's a
physically
good
allowed
question.
to be there?
That's a good question. I don't know that
Is this like a
specifically.
sanction?
Yeah.
Or is this just hey, you can't be in this facility, like, when we have the awards?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if he's like.
Because I saw Netflix and stuff kind of slowed down on the movie he was doing. However, him and Jada have their own production stuff. I mean, they did Karate Kid and stuff with Disney kind of, on their own. So they'll make some things happen.
Are all Oscars like individual awards? Can I ask you that question? Because I don't know specifically. Do they have any that's like, Jalen, do you know? Do they have any that's like best movie? I don't fucking know. Because I know Oscars is like more individual type of.
Sure.
So if he's a part of some.
So he could just be period.
And that's my thing, though. Like, do you get excluded? So if it is
that's what I'm saying, because he technically won an Oscar for the Richard, or for the movie, right?
King Richard.
So for the playing that part, and
yeah,
I mean, if another movie in the next 10 years gets that magnitude and he's the guy, does that mean we just blow that over and wait till he's 60? Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did Jalen know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting because you got to think about all that. Like, because when a lot of that comes into play, it's 10 years too harsh. Or it's 10 years cool, you know what I mean?
I think the overall take that I'm taking from most of this entire situation and whatever Will Smith becomes canceled or not a part of anymore is that Will Smith is a credible enough guy and a long-term celebrity to where, man, it doesn't matter what he is or isn't a part of. He's going to be fine.
Right. I understand that.
He's not going anywhere. We're not getting rid of him.
If you disciplining one person for something like egregious as that, I know there's a lot of other actors and actresses that have done some wild shit. Have they done it at an Oscars? I can't necessarily say that, but they've done it.
Sure.
Does that get them 10 years suspension from whatever? Just like in the NFL. I mean, you have a guy that goes to a bar, gets into a fight. He might get suspended 2 games, right?
Sure.
He wasn't in a NFL stadium. He wasn't anywhere, but he represents the NFL.
Right.
Is that the same thing with the Oscars? Like, you are an actor. You represent all actors and actresses. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So should you – because there's a lot of, like, things that are going on with a lot of people, and I'm not pointing it one way or the other. I mean, I remember me and Robbie had a conversation about Johnny Depp and what was going on with his shit. Like, does that prevent anybody from being him? You know what I mean? It's a lot of shit. And even in that, like, then actors start to get, I don't even want to call it blackball, but they start removing you from sets and they don't want you in certain things. So,
Sure.
Man, that's why this is just super important, especially moving forward, because, I mean, who's to say this won't happen again in some other type of way?
Right.
And I'm going to tell you right now, if they aren't disciplined the same, all hell going to break loose.
Now, I mean, and I don't know I do know some of the caliber of people who are at the Oscars, right?
Yeah.
I know it's not open to everybody.
Right,
it's
right,
not
right.
Everybody come on out. You know, it's invite.
And my
high
nigga Will
level.
Smith was in the front. Like,
Yeah.
They,
It's like
they
in
just ain't
courtside.
putting nobody
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
front.
Yeah, he went in the nosebleed.
You feel me? They
He
ain't
was
just
able
putting
to go on
anybody up
stage
there.
and slap somebody.
I didn't think Samuel L. Jackson, who won his first Oscar, shout out to him.
Yes, sir.
I don't even think he was in the front, my nigga.
Right,
Like, so,
right.
hey, we talking about A+ lister.
Well, where I'm kind of going with this, and I kind of use this as a rule of thumb, is that the higher level of person, title, stature, wherever you kind of land on that scale, the more accountability, the higher punishment levels, right? So, to the point you were just making is that these other people get the same kind of disciplines that Will Smith gets, even if their acts were more erroneous. I don't know if that'll ever be equal,
Right.
but I do consider Will Smith on a higher playing field than most people.
Yeah.
10
years, though? That's a long time.
Well,
10 years, brother. That's a long.
But the thing is it's kind of like, man, so a civilian versus a politician, right? Sometimes we don't get those. I mean, sometimes this guy doesn't get the punishment. My point is that if you slap somebody in a courtroom versus you just slapping somebody down at the at the skating rink, the punishment's a little different, right?
Yeah.
Because the person in the courtroom has probably already made it to certain levels of schooling and education. You've been invited. You're a job here. Like, you represent more than just yourself at that point.
That's understandable.
You slap somebody at the skating rink, you just rock. Hey, what's up, bro? Hey.
But that's my thing too. Like, man. So you're telling me that's 10 years worth of punishment?
No,
so,
I ain't saying this. I ain't saying none of it's justified.
I'm not saying you specifically, but I'm just saying, like, so I look at it this way, like, okay, let's say Will Smith fucking slapped the shit out of somebody in front of a random cop in New York City. What is the punishment for that?
Absolutely nothing.
Is there a real punishment, like, or even is there a real jail time,
man,
like, to
slapped
assault?
Jada at their house and not been in trouble, bro.
For one hit. And I'm not trying to whatever with this, but I'm just saying, like, if he got in trouble for that, like, let's say they did press charges and it was for assault. How long do you really think he would get in trouble for? Like, if he really had to go to jail, how long do you think it would be? It wouldn't be 10 years.
No.
But you're telling me that you're going to suspend this man for 10 years? That's all I'm saying. Like, hey, let's pump the brakes. Let's figure out what the fuck's going on. But, hey, man, it's not a lot you can do about that situation just because it was a joke. And they took offense to it because he didn't want that to be said about his wife.
Now, have they made any parameters to the hosts as to what they should and should not say? Is there any etiquette or, because again, yes, it's a joke. Yes, Chris Rock's a comedian, but you can't get slapped. And
they got to approve these jokes too before, he does them.
So that was already on the docket then.
Oh, yeah. You got tons of writers that are helping you, write some of these jokes.
So they knew that the G.I. Jane thing was coming. It just
Because I think there was there was another joke that I don't want to say that is true. I heard there was another joke that just got denied. I can't remember who it was about. I don't even know if it's from the same year, but something happened and they said, no, we're not going to do that one. So I don't know, man. It's, it's a touchy subject. And I don't know, man. It just sucks because.
Hey, I will leave it at this real quick before we move on. As a buddy of mine said to me, he said, hey, man, what you think about Will smacking Chris Rock? So it was kind of funny, whatever. He said, man, but do he really get cool points for that? Like, what if he slapped, like, The Rock or, somebody else, Terry Crews? I said, well, the difference is The Rock and Terry Crews probably wouldn't have said something like that. However, I get your point. He's saying that Will just smacked Chris because the opportunity was great. If it was anybody else up there swole, he'd have been like, ho, good joke. And just kept sitting there. But that's another story, man.
Who knows, man?
Will Smith, Logan Paul, I'm calling it now, Jalen.
Nah, man, I hope not. I hope they just, man, I hope that man just keep doing what he got to do. I feel bad for him, man.
Yeah, the Muhammad Ali movie, man.
I feel bad for the whole situation. Yeah, that's my thing. Like, hold on,
y'all know it can get right.
Hey.
August Alsina, Will Smith, let's get it.
Man, stop. Man, you going to get somebody hurt, man. Get somebody hurt.
I'm trying to get the promoter money, man.
Man, so, yeah, some crazy news this morning. Tragic. I haven't even really got all the details because they're still kind of coming out. But Dwayne Haskins passed away. He was struck by a car. It's a little, when it gets to this point, it's a little hazy. I'm not sure if he was in a car, outside of a car, what time. He was in Miami. I guess they were training down there with another quarterback from Pittsburgh, a wide receiver, and probably like a corner or something. And it sucks, man, because you never want to see somebody that like gets pushed out of a situation because they're not doing right. They partying and doing all that, and then they get a second chance, and you don't really hear nothing bad. And it's like, okay, maybe he's starting to understand. He gets it. He's trying to become better, greater, whoever, whatever. And even because he plays for the Steelers, that don't matter because someone lost their life.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's very important. And it just sucks, man. He was, what, 24? Young kid still, man.
Almost 25
still,
in a couple weeks.
Still learning, man.
Yeah.
Still learning.
I mean, actually contending for a job, man. I mean, with Roethlisberger retiring, there was definitely a potential spot for
sure
him to shine a little bit, man. And
great Ohio State quarterback.
Yeah, Ohio State guy, man. And man, it's tough.
Yeah, man.
Very sad.
That sucks, man. My condolences to his family and friends, everybody around him, because that wasn't the news. Like, the news be getting so crazy, man. You just never know when you touch your phone what you're going to see.
Yeah.
That was one I really didn't expect to see this morning, but I did, and it was just like, damn. People, and I'm not saying he did or anybody else, but don't take life for granted, man.
No.
Don't take the moments for granted, because you never know how many of those moments you have. People will learn that at whatever, rate or stage they will. And the thing is, people, and I've seen some things like just real, insensitive. They're desensitized to a lot of this type of shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing Adam Schefter had a tweet, kind of fucked up, tweeted again, and then tweeted again. Because he ended the first one with, he died, and then ... tragic. And it's like, tragic? Like, but come on, man. Like, we know the speech. I'm not saying it was intentional, but it was, you didn't put any thought into it, did you? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, and like you said, desensitized is a great word. Adam Schefter's probably reported on 8, 9, 10 deaths of athletic people in the last 24 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's become normal to him.
Normal to everybody, man.
To just drop this news.
Even think about the George Floyd video. That was a lot of people's first times watching somebody die on a camera.
Man, I just came back from Orlando and drove past Icon Park, and there's still a memorial for the young man who fell off the ride.
Damn, yeah.
And
shit.
I mean, they got pictures out there, balloons. There's still people kind of stopping. It's become a memorial site. I mean, because it's a touristy area down there. And,
yeah, for sure.
Right down, we had dinner there at Bahama Breeze right there on the I-Drive Boulevard. And just saw the memorial. And it's just like, man, these
forget
things.
that shit even happened.
Yeah,
man.
it's like it was a week before I got there, and
yeah, man,
drove past. I was like, whoa, that's the thing, but man, it's normal, man. It's this, and the cameras, the phones, the media, the way we can share.
And it wasn't even hard to find the video
so fast.
like of that kid that passed, and it's just like,
saw
man.
It. Yeah. Then there was, I don't know if you've seen the story, but the fake cousin the girl who said she was his cousin and all that, like
that. What happened?
Yeah, so apparently there was, and we've got a little bit off Dwayne Haskins,
it's all good.
But so apparently this girl shows up to the site, claims that she's his first cousin, and she was on the phone with him right before he got on the ride, and he was telling her like, there's been other rides here that I couldn't get on. I'm kind of having a rough day because I'm kind of a bigger kid. I'm 14, 15 years old, but I'm 6'2", 240, whatever. And she's like, no, ride the ride for both of us. They're going to let you on this one, and the next ride you ride. So long story short, he gets on the ride, he falls to his death, and the girl turns out to not even be family. Went viral, just wanted the attention.
I was going to say, she didn't know him at all.
Did not know this guy from Peter. Made a whole thing up, got a bunch of publicity, and like the family was even trying to like press charges, and the police were kind of saying that like, since she didn't kind of take any money, or she didn't misrepresent anybody, or she didn't say she was him, or there was nothing they could really do. But people are out here attention hungry and just goofy stuff that gets attached to these things, and that to me is just as bad as something silly being said, like tragic, or it's
absolutely
just,
no,
this stuff has become so just
because you trying to deal with somebody passing away, but you got someone over here that's distracting, trying to distract that, man. I like to call them demons, man. Like,
bro,
those are demons trying to attack you from doing the things that you're supposed to do. Like, I don't see it any other way, because why would you? Come
and
on,
even,
man.
Well, think about even the major media outlets, CNN, Fox News. I mean, they only follow death because nobody else cares about the good stuff, right? I mean, if a police officer kills a young man, they make it the biggest story ever, right? But
they're all week.
There's tons of other things that happen they don't even talk about. You know, they want what's gonna move the people, what's gonna turn up the heat.
Yeah, the
and
Ukraine
it's
shit,
sad,
like,
man.
yeah. Nah, man, that all sucks. And even here with us, like, that's not even what we about. We talk about what's going on currently.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Not even what's hot currently, because I know some of this stuff is, some of it's kind of old. Even like the Will Smith, like, we kind of posted that, dealt with it, we did that. But, you know, we dealing with kind of everything that's happening. You know, we talk about, you know, the 10-year suspension he getting.
The human side of stuff. You know, there's still a soul inside everything,
for sure.
And,
so
an emotional state. So.
Right. No, that's all understandable. But yeah, man, it just, all that sucks because at the end of the day, somebody lost their life, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's the shit that just, it's like, man,
and
this be entertainment for people.
Man. Yeah, a young man.
That's what I don't understand. Is the entertainment part of it. Like, I'm not really here to entertain anybody. I'm not here to.
Yeah, we bringing the news. We're bringing the news.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm not here as far as those type of things. That is as far as I'm gonna be informative. Sure. Other things, yeah, but like a lot of these things, man, they over and over. They show the slap over and over. You know, this shit for entertainment, man. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, all the memes, the different people,
right?
You know, yeah,
for sure. So it's, you know, it's kind of crazy, man. But yeah, hey, big dog, MLB. Finally underway.
Yes, sir. Opening weekend.
You know, Reds, they won the first one. Shout out to them. Lost the second one.
Yep.
Came back. They could have rolled over like some chumps, but they didn't.
Yep.
So, you know, we here. I don't agree with a lot of the shit that the Reds specifically doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I don't even agree with that new bullshit they got going on with the pitchers and the catchers.
You don't like it?
Nah. Why we keep doing this shit? You know what I mean?
I didn't think that the signs were that big of a deal, but the players made it seem like it was.
So can you explain it? Do you know?
So you're talking about the catcher having the electronic signal.
Thing.
Yeah. So the catcher typically gives the pitcher some type of pitch sign or throw out sign, steal sign, whatever it may be. So that's how they communicate, right? So if it's just a random pitch sign, he knows what pitch to throw. And if it's like there's a guy on base, then sometimes he'll kind of say, hey, throw it here so I can throw the guy out at second or third or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So sometimes the runners on the opposite team would pick up on these signs and then be able to know what the pitcher and catcher were doing to their advantage.
Right.
So the new technology that's been developed and that's been introduced and I guess just recently allowed, and I don't know if it's permanently allowed or if it's by trial right now. Like, to me, it seemed a little temporary, but they're using it. But the catcher has a device on his wrist. The pitcher has a device. I'm not exactly sure if it's vibration communication or if it is actually showing something. I saw the catcher just click a couple buttons, and he looked like he was ready to go, and the pitcher knew what he needed. I'm thinking it's some kind of vibration system because typically when a pitcher and a catcher have signals, it's a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and the different numbers have meaning.
Right.
So if I click 1 and you kind of know, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it does. That's very simple.
That's how they was cheating, though, right? That's how it was Astros, right?
Yeah.
So that's how they were cheating, except they were doing it the opposite way. They were doing it with the batters.
Yes.
So the batters had this shit on their chest.
And it
vibrated, and it told them what type of pitch they was finna get.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So that's what they're trying to avoid now is that the coaches and the players of the opposing team don't pick up on your signs to then tell their players what's coming. If you know it's a fastball coming or a curveball, because in the major leagues, fastballs are fast.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 100 plus, 98 plus.
Yeah.
The guy that pitched against the Reds opening night was throwing gas.
Yeah.
I mean, 99, 99, 100, 101, 100. I mean, that's hard.
Yeah.
If he slows that down, a changeup's coming, a curveball's coming, man, it makes a difference. But as a batter, if you know it, now you sit back a little bit, you change kind of how you. So it's definitely an advantage if there's some cheating involved.
My
I
only
like it
thing,
a little bit.
my only thing with that is this, like, vibrations. Like, I get it, like, but if you're like home field advantage and you get that, you could just, I would make as much fucking noise as I could in between bats.
Right.
Just so, hey, maybe you do feel it, but you might feel an extra one in there because it's just that loud. I know it's hard to do, but
you're psyched up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
So I guess it's interesting. I've seen that. So I guess we'll see where they go from there.
They have to be very subtle, and that's why I think it's just vibration, because like they can't do any lasers, they can't do anything distracting, there can't be a bunch of lights, because like pitchers aren't allowed to wear. So most guys in MLB wear jewelry and things. But I don't think pitchers can wear jewelry or like earrings.
Really?
They can't have like a glove on a certain hand or like a bracelet.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now I know for sure in high school they do that. But just because as a batter, you're looking up at that guy and you're seeing the sun hit certain things. You're seeing his red band on his arm, like just things that are distract the eyes. They try to make it fair as possible. So, those guys can't sit up there with a bunch of bionic buttons. But man, it's interesting. We'll see.
Yeah, I just don't want it to go like too far, man, because I'm just like, man, just stop, niggas. Like, if you could pick up on something, you could pick up on it. So be it. If you recording people and trying to pick it, that's cheating. You know what I mean? Like, when technology gets involved, I feel like that's when we've gone a little too far, especially with baseball. If we're talking about America's pastime, we've gone too far.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hey, to each his own, man. I guess.
Well, and what's crazy about it is at the professional level, it creates an atmosphere where those things are introduced. Like at a high school level, there's not enough people to even be stealing signs. Like they could try to steal our signs, but it would take a very huge effort to do so. In MLB, man, you got 15 coaches, 30 guys. I mean, there's enough.
And that's my thing. Anything that just has to do with those players, I'm like, nah, man. But like when they wanted to do the, I don't even know if it's still implemented, but the home run, the review. They were only doing it in the playoffs at one point. I don't know how it works now, but I was like, I'm down with that. Like, if it's really something we need to check, like, we need to check it.
Sure.
I don't have a problem with stuff like that. But, like, when we giving people tools, like the
Right.
players themselves, I got a
right.
problem with that. Something ain't right. You know what I
Well,
mean?
and it talks to the competition level and the entertainment value, right?
Yeah.
I was just thinking as we're talking through this, as much as the world likes sports,
Yeah.
sports is a big business, it's a big entertainment, but it's like number one or two in the aspect of dollars spent every year, right? Like people pay to watch football, basketball, baseball, right? My point is soccer as well, football in some countries. But what if we took humans out of sport and just put robots in there? You put green jerseys on this team, red jerseys on this team, and they played the very exact same game, but there was no human at all in there. Would that still be the same competitive entertainment value to us than us watching another human play? Like,
Would it be the same now?
and why not, in your opinion?
Too much behind a lot of people that are playing the sport.
Well,
It's bigger than the sport.
See, so and
There's
that's
these robots can't be bigger than what you make them to be. You know what I mean?
they're just the vessel playing the game, right?
Now, if it went on for centuries and this is the oldest rope and it's never whatever, and all these people have been building, maybe you could get some behind that, but it's gonna take a long time for shit like that to happen.
I'm glad you said that, because so there is a value to like the chance that somebody gets hurt.
Absolutely.
There, like for example, when the Golden State Warriors were playing the Cavs, when was it before LeBron went to L.A. when they were playing and Klay Thompson got hurt Game 6 when the Warriors could have won, they ended up losing. Like the Cavs won Game 7, right? My point is, it's like there was a value in Klay Thompson getting hurt. Like KD was hurt too, but there was a value in those.
Are you talking about when they played Toronto?
Yes, Toronto. I'm sorry. Yes. I'm sorry. For whatever reason, LeBron's always in the freaking finals. But my point is, so there was a value in that. Now there's not a value like, oh yeah, they're hurt.
Yeah.
But like, if those were just robots playing, we wouldn't have cared.
I think we would be.
Like,
I think people would be mad at like the person that made the robot. It would still be someone behind the person that made the robot.
Yeah.
And if there's not a person, if it's just a manufacturer or it's robots making robots, they gonna be mad at whoever owns the company that makes the robots. They gonna be like, y'all didn't do what this other place does to make their robots better than our robots.
Well,
Maybe.
Well, and then what about the chance and probability? See, there's more. I use the injury example because
No,
it's
I
extreme.
understand. Yeah.
But think about like it's like Madden. Everybody's 99. There is no human factor, right? So I got two teams playing football. Everybody's extreme speed, extreme talent, extreme. What happens then? It's like all stars, right? You play Madden, you know. But I just, I think about stuff like that.
Think about it like fantasy football, even like it's more personable. It's not even about the team anymore. It's about the person.
Yep.
You know what I mean, and you see guys get mad at you didn't do this game and you cost me $1,000.
We act like we don't care sometimes, right? It ain't about the players, it's about the game. And no, we're heavily entwined with the personalities.
Oh yeah, man, for sure.
It's crazy, bro.
For sure, big time, man. Now let me ask you something, man, because we coming off this lockout, and right after that, Reds started getting rid of a lot of people, man, just letting them go. They still got Votto, but it's like, what are we doing, man? Are we moving in the right direction? Do it seem like? Personally, I don't think so.
No. I mean, I talked with my brother the other day, who's very, very knowledgeable about a lot of the stuff that goes into these trades and deadlines and kind of the whole. And man, the Reds could have, even if they had to make the changes they made, still could have probably ended up with some better results. And the questions are, why didn't we do this? Why didn't we do that? I know it was a little rushed because of the lockout and stuff, but man, I can't say I don't know if they're heading in the right direction, because it's like the Bengals. We've had so many seasons where we've been right there, but never really got over the hump. So I'm used to the disappointment. I'm used to are we heading in the right direction every year? And even with the top talent that we thought we had.
Yeah, but that's my problem. Last season, like, we lost. We were heading in the right direction. Even the season prior to that, we lost, but we were heading in the right. Like, you're in the playoffs, you're heading towards the right direction.
Sure.
Like, now you got it, like you say, get over the hump, but you're heading in the right direction. Now it doesn't seem like they heading that way to me personally, man. It's just a lot going on, and I'm just not a fan of, man.
Yeah. No, baseball is very delicate. It's a lot different than football and basketball.
Cap or no shit like that.
Well, and then there's also development of players, right?
Like
when you get a guy in basketball or football, you expect him to be a star within a year or two. In baseball, man, it's a journey.
Yeah.
You get guys where it's like, man, we're gonna bring this guy in the pitch. He don't shine until year 3. We're gonna bring this guy in from the AAA, the AAA, the minors, the farm teams, and it's a journey, like it's a progressional thing.
Yeah, that's all understandable.
But no, I am unsure of where we stand.
You see other franchises, you get a little upset. Like, all right, man, look, they're playing the same game we playing. Yeah, they get the same type of money we can get.
Sure,
we just not spending it. We just not doing nothing. And now I see shit like, I mean, what are they doing to get people in? Because they already know what's going on, man. They bringing in Burrow. They bringing in, who else? Jamar Chase, Zach Taylor. They doing the opening pitch.
Yep.
They doing the parade. I'm going to keep it a buck with you, bro. You really want to show the Reds that you pissed off? Don't wear red shit. Wear Bengal shit.
That's
wear it to the parade.
That is hilarious.
Because that's the parade the Bengals should have got.
Sure.
Everybody wear black and orange, right? And then when y'all go into Great American Ballpark, black and orange. That makes a big statement.
That's live.
Me personally.
Yeah, that's live.
Because it's like, we not here for y'all. We not. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. A lot of those people going to that game because he's throwing out that pitch. A lot of people are going to be going to some of these games because the bobbleheads are Bengals bobbleheads or just regular bobbleheads. No one's going and watching them for real like that. And it sucks because you wasting valuable years of Joey Votto. Like, come on, man. Like, he can't play forever. But it's like, that's what I would do. If I went down there, I'm putting a fucking Burrow jersey on. Fuck what they talking about. I might even put the Super Bowl shit on. Just
man,
being
deep,
honest,
bro.
man.
That's deep. I don't even.
That's how upset I am because
deep.
it's just like, and it's not that, and that's the thing. Mike Brown said, ball's in your court. I did it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We here. We have arrived. We are doing everything we supposed to do. He said on top of that, we building an indoor facility.
Hey, you see in Clifton like this.
Yeah.
On top
they
of
looking,
it, looking
they
down
looking like
yeah.
They looking like
Bengals.
FC, they still kind of in
They
the beginning,
working.
but they built a brand new. They got a whole brand new everything. So I just look over and at the Reds, and it's like, But shout out to them because they held it down a lot of the times too. They were making the playoffs. They made it exciting. But guess what? When everybody is exciting and you're not exciting, everybody's gonna let you know you're not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Personally, I'm just like
I think that's just the thing is that the time is now.
Right.
So, the Reds had kind of been the team that held us together while everybody else was kind of in the hole. Now that everybody else is starting to perform, man, it needs to just go into,
y'all should be
order.
balling.
Yeah, y'all gotta pump it up. And I'm hoping that whatever the Reds organization is thinking, because we don't know exactly what's going on with them table talks, but the next 2-3 years, this year needs to be, we need to be like, oh, okay, that's what y'all was doing. Because if not, man, like you said, it's gonna get odd. It's gonna get weird.
It's gonna get ugly down
odd,
there,
man.
It's gonna be a ghost town by the end of whatever P Rose Way down there.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a ghost.
Yeah.
You gonna see the tumbleweeds going across over there.
Yep.
You gonna see all that shit.
They even
going
talking
on.
about Heritage Bank Arena, even though it was bought out by Heritage Bank, it needs a total remodel.
Yeah, for sure.
Just
a lot of that
conditions.
shit.
I mean, it's just so Reds got to step it up, man.
Yeah, you do,
Sad
man.
to say, y'all got to pump it up.
Got to, man, because like I said, man, when you go to things like the Super Bowl, you gonna generate crazy revenue. And we was talking about, we went down there a few times. We're like, these guys are making a fucking killing. They killing it down here. There ain't shit on the shelves, my nigga.
They was
when has that ever happened in the history of that franchise?
Nah.
Like that.
They was clowning.
And I'm talking about not only on physical shelves, online shelves.
Yeah.
You couldn't find nothing nowhere. They was like, you want a bro jersey? You 6 months out.
Yeah, good luck.
6 months? Hey.
And Jamar Chase was on back order before they went to the playoffs. It was terrible.
That nigga was on back order the day he signed with the Bengals.
I'm sorry.
You know what I mean?
And I had that jersey in my hand preseason. And was like, man, all I know about this man is 6 drops in the preseason.
Hurt yourself.
Said, I can't buy that jersey today. I said, but I'll take this mixing. And 2 weeks later, man, couldn't find a Chase to save my life.
No, sir.
It's #1 selling jersey in the country last year.
Crazy. But at least, Mixon got that.
But I do got the Chase Super Bowl. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Big time. But like I said, man, like that shit, like
Yeah,
as a franchise, I mean, they're literally right next door to you. You got to perform, man. And if you don't, people going to get pissed off. Same thing with if the Bengals weren't performing, we going to be pissed off. And guess what? Our expectations are so high now, man.
Oh, yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
They got to perform.
And
what they doing? They go out, they spend money, man. You would think people will learn from that. And that's organizations that's working with a cap.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to do that in baseball. I understand baseball is different, but you don't even have to really worry about that. It's your money,
right?
But quit being a cheap ass.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then, hey, man, I hate it, but hey, baseball is back. It's cool. I love it. Still gonna take my kid to a game when he's appropriate age because that's still important to me. So
sure.
Let's just hope that they can,
yeah, they're gonna get it together.
Make it good. Otherwise, I'm gonna get killer seats for about $3 or something.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, they gonna start giving them bitches away.
Yeah, yep.
It's already hard enough the amount of games you play in a fucking Major League Baseball season.
Yep.
But on top of that, y'all not playing. Like, we've seen it with organizations in baseball, dog. It don't be nobody at some of them games.
Yep.
No, I'm talking about nobody. You walk in, chill for a couple innings, leave type shit. Like it ain't even that.
For so long here in Cincinnati, people went to sports events just to have a good time, drink, be out with friends, fellowship, have a good time, be out in the city. Now that it's competitive, people want to see games won. They want to see players brought in with the intentions on winning.
Right.
It's no longer just party time. Let's have a good time. It's time to win. So thank you, Bengals fan, for turning that up.
Yeah, turning that shit around, man. Because that shit is important, man. Shit is super important, man.
Yep.
What you got going on today?
Man, just chilling, man. Spending some time with the fam, man. We were supposed to have some games this morning, man. Ended up actually a Reds Academy, presentation, showdown, classic. But the weather was kind of terrible, man, for baseball. Kind of had a little sleet and slurries this morning.
Ground, man.
So that was canceled, man. But no, just here, man, with you guys and spending the rest of the afternoon with the family. Just relaxing, man. Still kind of, man, here we are, man, April the 9th. Yeah, man. And man, we about to celebrate birthdays. It's still snowing.
Yeah, man. Birthday coming up, and that's why I said, man, I went outside today. Man, I ain't cut my grass. Man, y'all got me fucked up out here, man.
I've been looking at my grass for 3 days. Like, man, I need to cut that, but
I'm not cutting it in the cold, bro.
No.
That's not what time it is.
No. It's still
you
winter
feel me?
time.
You know what I mean? That's not what time it is.
Better go back in the ground. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cold.
it's
man.
not what time it is for that shit right now, man. I can't do that shit. So I don't know, man. I gotta figure out when this gonna be a nice day, man. Like that's my whole thing right now. Like when can we get them? Because I'm looking at the weather and shit, and I'm like, man, we gonna get like the 70, 69, 74, 75, 75, and then the 80 hit out. Like I'm waiting for that shit.
Man, I went to Florida, last week, and it was nice down. I mean, we talked to low 70 or high 70s, low 80s, mid 80s. It was great. Had a couple of days get to 88, whatever. I'm down there barely wearing anything. They still down there in hoodies and coats, and it's freezing. And I'm like, man, shoot. Yeah. It was snowing when I left Cincinnati.
Yeah.
This is warm.
Yeah, this is wonderful.
But, everybody different, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, man. I understand. I know the nights it could be chilly.
It was brisk a little bit,
shit.
about 50, 58, kind of cool.
But even then, you could just throw on some jeans, be comfortable. You know what I mean?
I was chilling.
Nice little jacket, if you even need to just put a long sleeve on, for real.
Sit out on the porch all night.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, no, that's the life, man. Like I said, man, I need your benefits, man. Whatever contract you sign here that got you shit that, dog, I need to holler at the boss here, because god damn.
And the Reds, pay me when they got rid of all them guys. Was like, man, here goes some money, bro.
They should be paying. They should pay every motherfucking fan here. Pay all of us, motherfucker, and then you figure it out, because this shit is ridiculous.
For sure.
But yeah, man, that's what's up. I ain't got a whole lot going on. I don't know, man. I'm trying to stay busy, for real.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. That's the name of the game right now.
I know you've been busy, man, doing a lot of work, man, with the guys. You watched anything lately, man? Anything interesting? Shows, movies?
I know I'm trying to get into the Moonlight shit.
Okay.
With is it Oscar Isaac's the main character in that joint for the Marvel shit? I haven't watched it yet. I want to get. Sometimes with some of them, I'm like, I want to get like a couple so I can sit down, like me and the wife, we sit down and watch like 2 of the episodes in a row or something, just so we could get 2 in or something like that. Yeah. So, that's what I've been. That's probably what I'm gonna catch up on next. That, and then May, man, we got Obi-Wan Kenobi. We got that series.
Think about that.
Shit finna go crazy. We also, hey man, what a time. That's all I'm gonna say right now, because then we gonna get that Ozark back. Man, I was like, man, they ain't about to make us wait this long, dog. I was like, you ain't about to make us wait like that. They ain't about to make us wait like that. Hit it back. I'm like, oh,
that's why it took so long to come with that first
I'm like,
pack.
okay. I'm like, okay. So I'm ready for that shit, man.
For sure,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
And it's crazy. Like, it's still cold. Like, man, hit us with that shit now. I'm in the crib.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Y'all want to hit it when it's nice out here. Like,
right.
I'm going outside and shit.
Man, so. And I'm trying to figure out the algorithms, but Netflix be dropping certain times. Like, they always come with heat, like 4th of July. Yeah. You know what I mean? And certain times,
and
man.
Big
so
blockbuster type
they know what to
too,
do, man. Because that 3rd season of Stranger Things hit, like, right around the 4th. Yeah. They kind of 4th of July themed.
Isn't there one more?
I couldn't tell you, bro.
Like that, man,
I hope so.
Oh, wait. No, Umbrella Academy's about to come out.
Okay.
With the third season. I think it's the 3rd season. So, man, this shit.
Nah, there's a few things I need to touch on. Did you watch any of the Bel Air?
I have not.
Okay.
Is that on Paramount? Peacock.
Yep.
Man, it's so goddamn
bro.
Man.
Yeah.
Because I know the Halo series is on Paramount.
Yep. Which I haven't watched yet. But
I kind of want to watch it.
Yep.
But no, I haven't watched the Bel Air.
Yep. Okay. Solid. It's all right. At first, I didn't know how I was gonna feel about it. I was kind of old school, all that.
Me too.
But I like how they put it together, man, and it was okay.
You know what I thought it was gonna be like? It's so crazy. I'm thinking about it. You remember when you remember that year it was the Super Bowl? They were like promoting a show on CBS. It was the Rush Hour. The thing.
My dude. Yes, nigga.
And I was like, man. Hell no, I watched. Man, I watched because it was like premiering right after the Super Bowl, Rush Hour, the season, and it was too random, man. I'm like, man, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
I watched like 3 minutes of that. I was like, this ain't gonna last.
Nah.
Canceled it mid-season.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, man, this shit about to be the same way. But then I seen Will Smith's got a lot to do with this, right? Is he one of the executive producers?
He's in on it, but I'm not exactly sure what his title or role is on it.
Do you know the story? So do you know the story behind the cat that's playing Will Smith? Man, it's crazy because his
Jabari Banks.
Yeah.
I don't know too. I mean, other than his name and kind of who he is, I don't know too much about his background.
Yeah, it's something crazy. Like his, he has an uncle, and his uncle's name is Phil. They call him Phil. He's from Philadelphia too, by the way.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So you got that, and on top of that, his the dude he said they called him Phil because of Philly. Like
yeah.
So,
okay.
But his real name is him and what's
Carlton?
No, what was Uncle Phil's? What's the guy that played him? That played him, man. I can't. His name is just.
Sheesh, what is his name?
Slipping out of my tongue.
Yeah.
But him
that passed away. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
They have the same name. His Uncle Phil, and that uncle. They both share the same name. You see how crazy that's
is? Nuts.
And like he's playing Will. Like he's
that's
playing
nuts.
Will in the actual.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? So I was like, wow.
That is nuts.
That is nuts. Like once in a infinity chance.
Yeah, that's nutty.
Some shit like that'll ever
crazy.
happen, man. So
that's
crazy, man.
Well, I was cracking up the other day. I was driving home from Florida, and I saw a truck on the back of it that had a big decal that said Uncle Mike. Everybody got an Uncle Mike, man. You know what I mean? So
that is true.
Everybody got an Uncle Mike, man. But no, that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, man.
So I mean the cast is pretty solid. I like the guy who plays Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
The woman that plays Hillary, Will, Carlton. Yeah, everybody, man, is solid. And I like that. The big thing now is to get in depth in some of these stories, right? So like a movie comes out or a show comes out and like that plays out, but then you want to know like all the individual people and their stories and to emphasize on like Will coming from Philly, having the background trouble, coming to Bel Air to make a new life, Uncle Phil actually being a politician, a judge, trying to win, certain things, and it's cool, man. They did a good job with that.
Okay.
I wasn't disappointed. I mean, it's not the greatest thing ever, but I was not upset. It wasn't a Rush Hour analogy for sure.
Yeah.
Because that was crazy.
You been playing any games with the boys, man? Y'all done got anything new?
So the boys been getting a ton of stuff new, man. I mean, they going crabbing. That new Kirby came out last weekend, so they got that. The Forbidden Kingdom. Them Nintendo games be on
They be on top of it too, though? Like the new games?
So the Star Wars came out, right?
Yeah.
I know you
Lego
got it,
joint,
right?
Yeah.
Yep. So the Skywalker Saga. I be on it because I be on GameStop looking at the stuff, pre-ordering stuff. They just like, what? Like they be getting them.
Yeah.
So they want to grab that. Which will be cool. I mean, because they play. I mean, and they like them Lego games.
Them Lego games.
Nuts.
We've been playing through it, and like, cause it's co-op too, which is dope. It's like, ooh, this is like clutch.
They love them, man, because you can get the cooperative measure. You play together, and then like they'll go back and play. Like they just beat the Batman one for like the third time. They'll play like 3 of them and then go back and play it again.
Yeah, but it's got replay value. There's so many things to do, man. I be telling my girl too. I'm like, now mind you, this shit is for children. So if we can't beat this or solve these puzzles,
we tripping, right?
Hey, something ain't right.
Some of them be
man.
having me effed up, though,
hey,
bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. Like, man, it was one we was doing like, and I'm sitting there, sitting there trying to do it. I'm like, man, where the something ain't right here,
man,
dog.
You gotta zap this lever and lift up this thing, yeah.
I'm looking, I'm like, man, something's missing, man. I turn around, this shit right behind me. I'm like, god damn, man. Like, I need to turn this shit off for the night.
Some of them are crazy.
Yeah, man, and it just tells me like, man, these kids smart as fuck, boy. Because some of these, a couple of these puzzles, man, I'd be like, okay, you gotta do this and that. You gotta do that. Okay, cool, but. Yeah, it's just interesting to know, like, what's the games that kids are really like all about.
No, and that Kirby that just came out, man, for the first time was more of an open world, kind of a Mario 3D type of gameplay, man. So they running around with the partners, collecting little, friends and little mini games open up. I mean, they playing there when I left, man. They having a blast. But no, man, I haven't played much anything recently. Bro was playing the show, the new MLB show that just dropped, so I'll probably tag into that.
I was so pissed off with baseball. I didn't want to play the show. I
was
wondering, like, man, are they even going to release the game for this year?
They finally dropped
fuck
it, man.
So
yeah, I've been chilling, but the kids been going crazy.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. I tried to dibble and dabble, and I picked up the Lego shit. thoroughly enjoying it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
First game I played in a minute since, my son being born, like heavy. So I was like, yeah, I thoroughly
Those games are
enjoying
well
this,
put
man.
together, man.
Oh, yeah.
They are well put together.
The graphics behind them now are crazy. Like,
Man,
I'm like,
we
nigga,
still
these are
get on-
Legos.
We still get on Lego Worlds.
Yeah.
And it's so open world. I mean, you can do anything.
Yeah, that's how this Star Wars one is. You could travel from planet to planet. You in the ships, you building ships.
Right.
Man,
We about to
you
act up
go
on
in,
that.
man, you go in and outside of places. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like, if I had this when I was a kid, man, I'd have went crazy. Like,
And my son's already asked me, like, when's that Boba Fett new season gonna come out, man? I'm like, it's coming, man.
shit,
Let me
man.
call Disney. We got other stuff to watch, man. Let's get it.
yeah, like, man, who you telling, man? Yeah,
Yup.
you and everybody else in this motherfucker ready for that shit, man. That's why I was dope seeing them in
Mandalorian and Boba Fett
and all
that
that
was
shit.
I was live.
That's the, you know what I
That
mean.
was
So
live.
I fuck with that, and there's a few other things that are kind of popping out, but honestly, I'm ready for like just better weather, more entertainment. You know what I mean?
Did you see Moonfall with Halle Berry?
No.
So that just came out like the end of March, and I watched it on like a little streaming site. But it's about the moon and stuff, like coming in, crashing into Earth, like, and kind of. I know you're into that stuff, so might be, I'll send you the link or something.
Yeah,
but
for sure, for
it's
sure.
cool. Halle Berry, I forget the other guy's name. He's been in a ton of other movies, so you'll recognize the other main character. Yeah.
You been hitting the movies?
Not really.
So you haven't seen the new Batman then?
Nope. Which
Okay.
I'm being shunned all the time. You ain't seen Batman yet?
I ain't
However,
seen it either.
we were supposed to go see Sonic Wednesday at the premiere.
Yeah, that shit just came out too.
It dropped Friday. We were gonna go to the premiere and it just couldn't make it.
Yeah.
But we're supposed to go Tuesday to the movies to see it, man.
Yeah.
But I heard that's live.
Yeah, I
and the
know
kids
Darius said
excited.
that shit was good. So,
They got Tails and Knuckles in this one, so
Yeah.
it's supposed to be crazy.
yeah, man. They and that's the thing too. With the movie, they starting to roll this shit out again. They like, God damn it, y'all had us closed for
There's some
years.
crack coming out this year.
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
back in December, I saw a list of like 2022 movies. There's some flame coming out.
Just the one movie come out this year, the
Buzz.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's supposed to be out. So
Ooh,
actually, when
man.
we were just in Disney, or we were in Disney Springs, they had
They're
Doctor
promoting it.
Strange. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. 'Cause I
Marketing,
seen the promotion through this
yeah.
Disney thing.
I,
Ooh.
May,
And then-
May or June.
Yeah.
It'll be
I
summertime.
need to catch
think.
up then on
Summertime.
Spider-Man
I'm
and all
pretty
that.
sure. Yeah. Which we
Okay,
just watched
okay,
that
okay.
again. That
Yeah. And then you said the Buzz Light. When you don't remember when that come out?
I
remember,
don't, but I know it's
we
coming.
did
Buzz. Yeah. That'll be.
that shit gonna be fire too. Just how that fucking movie looked, I'm like, all right. I don't watch a lot of like Disney nothings no more, like movies, but I'll be like, all right, I'll sit down and watch this one. Y'all got me.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna be on this. So Disney just released a movie called Turning Red.
Yeah.
You seen it?
I have not. My girl was watching. We got Disney Plus. We have a 6-month-old.
Man, we watch
It's
that
always
all
on, man.
the time.
But no, I haven't watched that. I kind of
Very,
understood
very
the premise.
controversial movie.
It's about anxiety, right? Is that kind of what it stems from?
About a lot of stuff that's for kids that are in high school. This girl's 13. My kids love it who are not 13. But there's a lot going on, right? I mean, there's a situation where the girl comes on her cycle,
Got you.
talks about that. Now that's not the movie.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like it, but yeah, so really basically like the girl, if she gets emotional, she kind of turns into a panda or whatever. So like anytime she's emotionally stressed, she's lustfully stressed, like there's all kinds of preteen anxieties that turn her into this panda. She's trying to learn how to control it. So that premise is pretty easy to understand.
Yeah.
But there's some scenes in the movie where like, she's catcalling boys at school and it's like you're 13. Or like they go to a party, there's boys and girls, and it's kind of like there's not a raunchy scene, but like they talk about, kind of hiding it from their parents and like saving money to go to a concert that they know their parents wouldn't approve of. And
That seems
there's
like
a
the
lot of-
teenish kind of.
it is.
You
but
wanna know what that reminds me of?
what?
Remember the show on Nickelodeon? Remember what was it called? Is it That's So Ginger? You remember that show?
Possibly.
It was literally a girl. She was in high school. It was all that show was about.
Sure.
And at the time, I'm a kid, and it seemed like a high school cartoon, whatever.
Sure.
That's all that shit was about.
Right.
Same
Well,
shit.
I
like,
think, yeah.
you know.
Well, I mean, the craziest part about it is that there was an article that my wife and I were reading about the movie and a mother's take on it. Disney has went away from traditional soft, warm and fuzzy Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Disney.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
They've gotten into the more modern, this is what kids want and desire. Stuff like,
This
for
is
example,
life.
my sons are watching this movie like it's normal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Like, there's a point in the movie where the girl says out of her mouth, now that I'm 13, I'm basically an adult. I do what I want, say what I want, wear what I want. Like, it's just a movie. It's cute.
Yeah.
But the girl's literally saying, like, I'm 13, I'm an adult now. Do whatever I want to do.
Yeah. No,
My son's just like, man, that's strong. Like, no, shut your 8-year-old butt up. Shut your 9-year-old butt up. But my point is that Disney's going towards the entertainment value, going towards what's going to sell, what's going to make money, what's going to seem.
I still think they got like the
because our kids they're open to stuff that we weren't.
Oh yeah, but even I think of like the Encanto movie, which I haven't seen
that's
fully.
A great movie.
You know what I mean? But what's the other one? Where the one's a ghost or whatever. What's that?
Soul.
Yeah, like
That
and that's
was
different.
Odd, to me,
But
yeah.
it was different. But it's going in a direction where there's gonna be a lot of shit like to a lot of these Disney moms. We all know what we all have an idea in our head of what this person.
Yeah, our mom's still doing Beauty and the Beast, bro. It ain't no
look. They gonna think a particular type of way about it
because Soul's talking about death, right? Not specifically, but just the afterlife. The whole. This movie's kind of like, teenage, preteen, like really.
Yeah.
They're just shifting into what today's kids are into,
I still think they can give the traditional, like.
They can.
Princess type of, like, what's the most recent one? Is it Frozen? Is she kind of that? Because she's a princess, right? Because I consider, like, her, even Princess Tiana, like, the newer.
Absolutely.
They're the new school.
New age, yeah.
But if you think about it, too, I would want that Disney mom to think about this. How many times do they even do Disney princess movies at that? They were giving us a recycle one for years.
Yeah,
so even to where they replayed it. We just now getting new shit like that type of shit. So
absolutely,
I think if we are patient with them, we might be able to see a few. Because I feel like that's what we getting ready to see. Like especially with Disney Plus now.
Sure,
they have their own platform.
When I will give, and I will give Disney props
I think that's
for the
why
representation
they're doing that
because
for sure.
they've had plenty of Asian movies. Encanto and Coco are more Hispanics. Which there's others. Those are just kind of the two big ones I'm thinking of. This movie was an Asian family that lived in Toronto, Canada.
Okay.
So there was kind of some We're Western Asians, but we're in Canada. Yeah. So it was more of a United States feel,
right,
but with an Asian family. I mean, so they're doing a good job with diversity. Now we need to see some more. As Told by Ginger. Yeah, so my wife, that was probably one of her favorite shows.
Yeah. She know. She know.
Hey, she was watching. That's why she.
No, I remember that. I remember that show. Like that shit. And that's the thing. It wasn't a good show. And I ain't gonna hold you. Like I heard things for the first time in that show. Like I was like, what the fuck is that? Like. I think that's the first time I heard the word jailbird or something before. Like I heard that shit. Nigga, I heard that shit in that show. I'm like, man, what's going on in this shit? But like. And I'm like, whatever, fuck it. It's a show. It's cool. Whatever. It's like that. Whatever. So, man, it's just these.
It's crazy.
We're evolving.
Yeah.
And guess what? We're getting older.
We are.
That's all it is. So that's what we got to realize.
Man, it's scary because like when we were kids, man, we just wanted to have some fun and
things
play
were less
around.
accessible too.
My kids are familiar with weird stuff, and not in a bad way. Like they're into it, but they just know it. Yeah. And like I'm looking at my 6-year-old and I'm like, the stuff is stuff I didn't know till I was like 11.
Yeah.
Man, and I don't know if it's good or bad. Sometimes I'm like, man, that's good that you know that already.
Yeah.
But then I take for granted that he's only 6, so I'm talking to him like he's 15, and I'm just like, man, that ain't what he. It's crazy, bro. It's no, you'll find out, man.
I already know, man. That's why I'm like,
little heads get bigger,
like,
man.
God help
like,
me,
dude,
please.
bro.
You
gonna think you talking to Brittany? You talking to him?
Hey, I feel like I'm talking to myself sometimes. I'm like, man, why am I not listening? Like. Do I not get it? Did I not get it?
Man, go clean up. I know you can walk.
Yeah, man. Like, it's crazy. But that's just, I don't know. It's a part of being a parent, too. And, like, everything you seen your kid do. Like, even this thing with, is it Coco Melon?
Mm-hmm.
I keep hearing this thing, like, they tell him, don't let your kid watch it.
Man, I've seen a lot of that. My kids aren't really into it. Now they'll watch it occasionally, like my youngest, but he's not into it like most. Some kids are on it. I think it's more because it's addictive and repetitive versus like the messaging. Because I've never really seen any odd messaging, but I know that, man, if you watch it too much, man, you'll be singing them songs at work.
Yeah, I already do that.
They
with
nursery
songs
rhyme
here.
type. Yeah. So
I already do that here. So
same with me, man. I'm still singing in console songs.
Man. It make you want to blow your fucking brains out.
Yeah, because we get in the car, got to listen to the soundtracks, and you got to hear it again. So it never stops. It never stops.
My Bluetooth broke.
And it's well, and the crazy part, I think, was just the in the Disney thing, man, is that I used to use the word Disney as a verb. Like, instead of being like Disney, that's a organization or a place.
Yeah.
I used to be like, that's Disney. Like, it was G-rated.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Disney level.
Yeah.
Now, Disney, like, teenager, adult, like, they coming out with. Because, like you said, now they got their own platform. They can go hard.
They're going to have
so
a
they have
rated
adult
R
segments.
type
Yeah,
shit.
you might as well be HBO.
Yeah.
Like, when I said HBO, I thought adult. When I
Yeah.
said Disney, I thought children.
Yeah.
Man, now it's the same.
And that's the thing, Disney own everything, so it's like it don't even matter.
Yep.
You point at anything as Disney, it don't even fucking matter no more.
It's
like,
tough,
that
bro.
is Disney. So
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Disney, man. It's a work of art, man. I was just down there looking like, man, every time it's amazing.
Talk to my girl about it
bro.
all the time, man. Just seeing people like that stream down there all the time, like walking around the parks. It's a cool thing, man. It can have you in a great mood, but until you get home and you look at your fucking bank account and you done spent, $300-$400.
Man, we went to the there's a place in Disney Springs called Wild World of Disney or something like that, or Wonderful World of Disney.
Yeah,
it's just all Disney stuff.
Yeah. Big ass building,
huge place, just full of every character, everything. I mean, if it's Disney, it's there, right? So we go in there and I'm watching, my kids obviously just picking up stuff they see, right? So the first toy he picks up is like $56. And like I'll let him hold it. I'm just like, and then like he'll see something else, like I want this instead. I'm like, great, because it's only $17.99. And then he's like, well, I want this.
You
it's
playing
like,
Russian roulette.
Now it's like $25.99. Then he like, oh, I'm gonna get this. It's $32. Like, so man, we end up leaving out this time, and we end up getting a Woody, like a life-size Woody with the string of the hat, all the stuff.
That's crazy.
We got my youngest got the RC with Woody on top, the little card, which was cool. And then my other son got the Slinky dog, like the actual Slinky.
And they all fuck with Toy Story.
Well, I mean, they do. And they mess with everything, bro. But like at that time, those were the coolest.
Shit.
The best thing about it, though, it's like my older two kids understand the movie.
Yeah.
My youngest picked up the Woody and was like, why isn't he, like, he thinking Woody supposed to be running around talking. Like, he doesn't understand, like, it was a toy store, like, it was a movie, like, the toys ain't supposed to be. He like, man, what's wrong with this thing? Like, hilarious. He trying to get Woody to actually come alive, like, man, ride the car, bro. But,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so we did pretty good down there, but, Lil Marcus had birthday money. They had saved some money before we went on vacation. I had kind of helped them put. So I mean, they had some money to spend. So I told them, like, hey, that's y'all cheese right there. And it was cool, man. So, but we had a good time.
Yeah,
man.
those trips are always cool, man. I mean, and that's the thing. Usually when people tell me about their experience down there, it's always good. Like, hey, you got to spend some money, but in the end, it'd be worth it because your kid's happy, you happy. You know what I mean? And there's cool shit to do down. If you go down during the specific, times, I mean, there's things to do for adults. I know you had your kids there and stuff. But they got things for adults and everything to do now too, man. And even in Disney Springs, like so much shit to do, man. And
I've been there, just wifey and I, man. The couple times we've had a chance to, and it's a different feel.
Yeah,
like
whole different experience.
Can do a whole different route because it's just y'all. You can walk around with some beverages and so it's cool, man.
Nah, super cool shit. Hey, glad you got to do that though. Oh yeah, everybody
man,
down.
we'll all be down there soon, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Get a little bigger, man. We'll be Airbnb together or something, man. It's
I had to cop something down there, just permanent. You know what I mean?
Man.
But yeah, man, hey, y'all all got to enjoy that. And even though
cool.
Darius was down there. And
he down there now?
I think y'all kind of was down there maybe a little bit at the same time. And I think he might still be down there. I don't know. But yeah, man, everybody's like, going down to Florida. I'm going down to Florida. I'm like, well, goddamn,
it was pretty busy, man. The spring break was packed. So
big time. Always going to be crowded.
Well, COVID's starting to lay up a little bit, man. So people are moving around again.
They're just now bringing back, what's today? I think it comes back on like the 11th or some shit, but they bring it back because if you notice, like all the character meet and greets, you can't touch them.
Sure.
You can hug them and shit now.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
We'll start seeing a lot more people in these parks again. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
No, it's time to see people cruising and stuff, man.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, super cool shit. But yeah, man, I think that's enough we got for today. Shout out to you, pulling up on the squad, kicking it with us for a little bit.
No
We
doubt.
always enjoy you here and doing the things that you do.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me for the podcast. Once we hit 100, man, we can probably officially start like our second season of this shit.
There you go.
And we're gonna keep it rolling, man. We're gonna have a lot more guests, a lot more entertaining things we have going on, man. Just expanding, man. That's all we doing, you know. Just the super cool shit.
Come with some heat, man.
Oh,
Some new
yeah.
stuff, man.
Got
Change
to.
up a little bit
Got
for
to.
sure.
Oh yeah. But yeah, man, we gonna get out of here, man. Y'all have a good Saturday, and we'll hopefully see y'all next week.
Everybody be safe.
Yes, sir. Deuces.
Cop now, he my motherfucking idol. If I ever meet him, I'ma have him autograph my rifle. Her IG look like a candy store. I spent a couple G's in here. Went to see what the bitch was about. She a dork, ain't nothing to see here. We ain't eating Chick-fil-A, baby. We eating a sear filet. I got my mama living like Tina Lawson. I went big today. I hired a lawyer to make sure my lawyer wasn't no foul play. He Jewish, she keep the paperwork in the Cartier briefcase. We ain't eating Chick-fil-A, baby. We eating a sear filet. I got my mama living like Tina Lawson. I went big today. I hired a lawyer to make sure my lawyer wasn't no foul play. He Jewish, she keep the paperwork in the Cartier briefcase. Fuck, I look like signing a deal for less than $1 million. I'm from Ohio, I might as well sell hair around the Billy. Fuck my homies.